Stories, I'm a fool for your love.
So the rain has finally stopped. We are into the next day around half 11, 12 o'clock, and we are back harvesting the field. So we have a good chunk still to do. If we look out to our right here, you'll see we have a nice bit left to do. Have done a few of the headlands off screen, but we're going to press on and see can we get this harvest done hopefully today, and that'll leave us a couple of days before we head away back to our main job, and hopefully our grandfather will be up and going and ready to take over the farm again. So not gonna lie guys, this field has been huge. So we've been harvesting for more or less I think one kind of full in-game day, at times speed 3. Obviously we got rained off and we're back at it now again. We still haven't finished, so one thing we'll have to encourage him to do at some stage in his life is upgrade his harvester, because this is I won't say tough going, but definitely taking its time. So something we must try and do as well from is maybe have a look at seeing can we spray off some of those pesky weeds you see in the background. So the couple of fields we planted of canola do need to be sprayed off, and a bit of pest control and herbicide put on them. And also the field we're currently doing will probably need a little bit of loving regarding its soil condition. So I won't bore you with me going up and down the field. We'll probably cut towards the end of the harvest, and we will jump back in and we'll see how we're getting on and how many soybeans we've managed to get off this one field. So that's it guys, I'll see you in a short second. And we are back. So it is now roughly 5 o'clock in game. So we spent the past 5 hours on this field, and we are slowly coming up to the end of our harvest, which is fantastic. Midway through October, it will be interesting to see what our final yield is. I think it yielded pretty well though. We've done plenty of trips to and from the silos, so we're quite happy with everything. And as I say, we'll be handing it back in a relatively good nick, and hopefully he can carry on going forward. So I think we've about 2 passes left guys, and we shall be out of it. Oh, do need to wash the combine, it is filthy. As I say, quite a big field. It's going to be interesting when we get to planting it. Again, we have a 6-meter planter, so it's going to be a slow process, I imagine. Obviously, we'll be able to go a little bit quicker across the field, I'm hoping. But some nice rolling hills in this one. It can be tricky, might require a bit of horsepower. But so far, the T-Dub isn't letting us down. Again, she struggles sometimes right on the hills with the trailer, but that's to be expected. Dropping plenty of gears, and we get going again, and we're away. So as I say, we'll do a quick recap as well guys on where we stand after the harvest. We have 2 fields reseeded already for canola for next year, so we're already ahead of ourselves. As I say, we will look at possibly oats and soybeans as well, so we'll have to see Obviously don't really want to put this field back into beans, like to do a bit of a rotation. So we might do oats here. Well, it's going to be tricky as well, um, only because we'll be hours and hours baling, but we'll see how we get on. Which would leave soybeans, I believe, in field 34, then would be beans. So we won't have as many beans the next year round. And I know I keep talking like we're running the farm, and we're really just kind of being caretakers, for want of a better word. But I'd say the map is huge, fields are expensive. Must say I'm enjoying playing on it. As you can see where we are in the center of the map, and we can branch out up, down, left, right. But as I say, it's taken more or less 2 full in-game days to harvest that field 36, and that is probably one of the bigger fields out there on the map. So should be doable. On our last pass, guys. Excited. Harvest is coming to an end. And as I say, this field has yielded quite well. If we look at your yield monitor, you can see that for the most part, definitely over 50% has been green for yield. A little bit down the bottom left or right corner as we're driving along here now. But if we can get our soil conditions right, hopefully we can bump that a bit as well. But this field is definitely one of the better ones. It is probably the best one that we own on the farm, so definitely worth keeping that up. One thing to keep an eye on as well is the sale of equipment. Let's see, can we pick anything cheap up before the end of the year and before we head away? Maybe a little treat, just to make life that little bit easier again on the farm. But again, we're not under too much pressure. The new bin going up was a big help. Hopefully we did need it. It would be embarrassing if we didn't, because we'd probably spent 90,000 on it. So we could have avoided spending that if we didn't have to. Just going to get the old auger out there, guys. Can't even see it. Oh, sorry, my bad. And you can just see here as we come across this here, the nice angle on the side of the hill, the rolling hills in the field. There's some nice climbs and dips, so it's going to be a good test for the T-Dub. But I'm sure it will manage it. So for the last time this season, we are going to unload our harvester. We're going to take it straight back to the yard, park it up, wash it, park it up, and that will be us, guys. So while we're doing that, we might just have a quick overview of where we are. I think it's in here. So we've 33,000 litres of wheat. We might hold on to some of that depending on what we do. Chickens are an option, but I don't want to overload it, so we might not. We still have 31,000 litres of canola. We did sell a nice chunk of that. The price was right, and as you can see here, we've 252,000 litres of soybeans. We are playing on hard economy, so we won't be selling that till probably June, July. We will keep an eye, but that should be the bones of possibly 300,000 into the bank, which will make a big difference to us. So we're just going to bring it back to the yard, guys. We're going to do a little bit of washing and tidying up, and as I say, that will see us out for harvest. So it's been a fun old harvest. I've enjoyed taking care of the farm, guys. We have a couple of days still with us, so we'll do a few odd jobs around the place, try and tidy things up, but for the most part we have 90% of the work done on the farm, and we're quite happy with how we've got on, guys. So I think we will call it here. As always, I've been Snow86, guys, and thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you all again. Take care.